Hey guys, Sarge here. What we're going to come in and talk to you guys about today is something that kind of came up last week while at work. I was having a conversation with a coworker in regards to equipment that I carry, okay? And this will kind of roll into some of the different EDC topics I've been discussing. And more importantly, we're going to kind of talk about some of the medical equipment that I do carry and the reason why and the conversation that kind of led up to it. So, I was explaining to my coworker some of the medical equipment that whether I keep it in a bag in my car or whatever it is, what all I carry. Then the conversation came over to medical equipment that I personally will carry on me, okay, and that is a tourniquet. The coworker looked at me and said, well, that's how, why would you take up pocket space for a tourniquet? You can just use your belt and use your belt as a tourniquet, and that's fine. Something I want you guys to really think about. One, that ain't gonna work. If you guys are using leather belts, let's just say, with holes in them, you are not gonna be able to pull that belt tight enough to put a hole to have that buckle go inside of one of the hold slots. It is not gonna work. So anytime the person moves or if moving is required, you're gonna have to hold that belt down to properly try to stop the bleeding of that. How much time is that going to take? How much effort is that going to take? And what else are you now not able to do because you're stopping taking care of that? So then, in a defensive state, the coworker said, "Well, what about those the military nylon belts that we wore and stuff like that?" And I said, "Well, okay. Do you wear those all the time?" No. So then why is that even a topic you're bringing up? And yet again, that is not going to get as tight as an actual tourniquet. It's not going to. So why do we try to find every other reason underneath the sun instead of just carrying a tourniquet? I don't understand it, guys. This is a conversation I've had with multiple individuals too. So it's not just one, and that's kind of the reason why I'm coming and bringing a video out to it. I think too many times we build ourselves around a ego, okay? Especially if we come from a military, we come from a law enforcement background, we don't want to admit that we're doing something wrong with a resume that we might bring to the table, okay? Now, I mean absolutely no offense in saying this, if I'm an accountant, right, I'm probably going to get pretty defensive if people start saying that I'm doing numbers wrong, right? Probably, take that to heart and instead of looking at it through reason, my first thing would be maybe to combat it of, no, man, I know what I'm doing, right? This is what I do for a living. Whenever we're kind of getting stumped on something that you would kind of expect someone to know from their background, you're going to be met with combativeness. Now, here's what I will say, okay? The topic of having the windlass, which is on a tourniquet, properly tighten it down, right? Well, you can find objects to go and do that. Okay, here's what I want you guys to think. If we use a belt as a tourniquet, we pull that belt down as tight as possible. Now we need to go find a windlass to properly crank it down, right? Okay, you're at a shopping mall. There's a serious threat currently going on. Someone who you love is injured. You have to apply a tourniquet to their arm or to their leg, okay? You pull your belt off, you crank your belt down, now we need to go find that windlass. So, that belt is cranked down pretty tight. You're gonna let go of that belt, go find a windlass. How much blood was lost, right? How much time is being taken up? And in that amount of time, what is the state of our family member or loved one who is currently having a life-threatening situation take place? I don't know. Could that have been solved a whole lot faster from just having a tourniquet on you? I would say yes. Now, if you guys look at this, there is something 100% wrong with this tourniquet. And all of you guys should definitely already start picking up on what that is. If you guys are carrying tourniquets in your pockets, in your bags, whatever it is, in this fashion, you're only hurting yourself, okay? I personally know a couple guys who this is how they carry their tourniquets. And hey, I'm not the 100% right answer on what's right, what's wrong. Okay, I got you in every aspect. But what I will tell you, this is no bueno for me. Okay, this is not something that I would highly recommend. Okay, this is not something I would lowly recommend. Take the crap and tourniquets out of the wrapping. okay? Especially if you're carrying it in your pocket. What I want you guys to understand, the reason why I'm saying it is because I'm seeing it. If I wasn't seeing it, I wouldn't come on here and talk about it, okay? But these are from actual conversations I've had with individuals, and it's astonishing, all right? So just on a sense of medical equipment we're going to carry with us, understand why you're carrying it, okay? And if you guys have thought processes on, hey, I'm not going to carry a tourniquet, I'm going to use my belt, I challenge you to practice that. Try it out. See if what you're saying actually makes sense. And then rationally think about the situation that would be taking place, that you'd be having to apply a tourniquet or applying that belt in lieu of a tourniquet. What are the other environmental factors that would be going on? Hey, you're thinking you're going to run around the store and go find a windlass type object to use. What else is going on in the store? If it is an active shooter, do you want to make yourself more of a target trying to navigate and maneuver throughout a store to find something when you could have just applied a tourniquet, moved that family member to safety, and then addressed the threat? I don't know, okay? You guys let me know what you think. Please let me know what you guys think about these style of videos. I have a lot more of them coming out, okay? They're just going to be kind of conversations that I have and bringing them out to you guys to see if these are conversations that maybe you guys have also encountered, okay? Thank you guys very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, guys. Stay tuned for more. Sarge out. .96.